I'm Robert Estrin. This is livingpianos.com. The question today is, are there some people who just don't have to practice? They can just play? It seems that way a lot of times. And as a matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of people out there who try to prove how great they are by acting as if they don't have to practice. But is that really true? Are there some people who just don't have to practice? You know, it's funny, I was just listening a podcast today of Evgeny Kissin. One of the questions was, how much did he practice as a kid? And truth be known, as a kid, he didn't practice very much and didn't really have to. He could kind of pick things up pretty quickly. But when he became a little bit more serious and was working on more sophisticated literature, he realized, yes, he had to practice a lot. And when you listen to Kissin, I got a chance to hear him in concert just a couple of months ago here in Cleveland in a solo recital. Yes, this man practices, believe me. So what is this about people who say they don't practice? And my wife in New York did a lot of gigs. She's a flutist and played with all kinds of groups. And oftentimes she'd be at a rehearsal and they'd hand out all the music to everybody in an orchestra. And then when the rehearsal was over and the concert was, maybe in a couple of days, a lot of people, especially like the Juilliard students, would go, oh, I don't need the music. And they'd leave it on the stand as if they don't have to practice. It's too easy. They don't need to practice. Well, Florence, she'd take the music. She had no bones about preparing. Could she have winged it? Of course she could. She was able to play the rehearsal. But that comfort level you get when you practice makes it so much more enjoyable. Why be on the edge of your seat struggling to get everything perfect when you can just enjoy it? So people will pretend that they don't have to practice, and a lot of those Juilliard students probably went to the library, got the scores out so they can go in there super prepared, look like they're just geniuses who don't have to practice. I don't know whether it's to psych people out, to make them feel like they're not worthy. Maybe they'll give up because they go, oh man, they don't even have to practice and I'm practicing hours a day. I don't know what the motivation is. I've got a personal story now, and I'm not going to mention this concert pianist's name, but this is really shameful. We were at an in-home concert, and this was down in San Diego. Very, very accomplished pianist, a young guy, and he was playing all kinds of music, and it was great. And then later, he was talking about that he didn't really have to practice very much. Really? He says, yes, he could just read music and he could learn it. And sure enough, he took this extremely difficult transcription, something that you wouldn't think anybody would know. Like somebody's had it and he goes, oh, can I see this? And he acted as if he never saw it before. And he went through and read through it. And he read through it really on a concert level. And then he said he gets into such a mode of concentration that it's so intense that that's how he learns his music, that he loves to play for people and read it. And that experience is such an amazing experience of concentration that he just learns it and took the music away. And he started from the beginning. And sure enough, he was able to play it from memory after just reading it one time. I was blown away. As a matter of fact, my whole idea of music and what's possible in the world flashed in front of me, and it was like I couldn't even get this out of my head. I remember talking to friends about this, and it's like, what are we doing? If people could just do this. Well, you know what? I went on his website, and there was that piece in his repertoire on his website. I went, oh my God, I was duped. I really believed him. About the next day, by the way, it was wiped from his website. It wasn't on there anymore, but he didn't get it quick enough. I saw the game he played, and I was really disappointed in him that he would stoop to such a thing to try to make him look so great. I don't have to practice. Later on, I discovered, oh yeah, he practiced a great deal. I knew people who knew him, and he would practice hours and hours a day. So no, everybody has to practice. Don't believe the nonsense that there are people who can just play on a high level without working. It doesn't happen. It's a myth perpetuated by people who want to seem like they're superhuman in their talents. I practice and I'm proud of it. And if you also practice and you're proud of it, leave it here in the comments at livingpianos.com, and we'll keep working and improving our playing and expanding our repertoire and enjoying the process and making performance effortless. That's what it's all about. And if you're interested in this sort of thing, check out in the description. You can have a strategy session with me if you're interested in getting your playing on a higher level. Thanks for joining me again. I'm Robert Estrin, livingpianos.com, your online piano resource. We'll see you next time.